Forgive me for not always directly addressing you, but I'm staring out the window at this lovely scene that I have before me. Nature, sunlight, road, cars, houses. And I've been having this thought about what I love about God. It occurred to me that God, being all-knowing and all-present and all-powerful, meant that God had to be everything. That so many people look for God or try to put God in a box. Some people think that God is a name or a title. But of course, whenever you're looking, you can't find it. It's like if I was trying to look for sight, but it's what I'm using to see. What I love about God is that it's always thinking about me. Even when I'm not, even when I don't want to. Because if I wasn't God, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have form. And if God wasn't thinking about me, then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have form. What I love about God is that God holds space for me without judgment. So impartial. God is all good and evil. God is everything. All power, meaning every neutron star that's exploded in created universes, or just me speaking now. May not seem all that powerful. Every breeze, the ants moving dirt, everything, right? Every power in the universe, all powerful, all present, present in all things, all knowing. Every thought, every word is God. And when we try to put him in a box, like saying him, or by giving it a title, you see, the silence holds all the things that we can't express, all the love, all the liberation, all the joy, all the frustration. And even by framing that as God, I would still be off the mark, but that's about as close as I'm allowed to perceive. Because God doesn't want us to do anything. God wants what we want as God. What I love about God is that God thought about me and continues to think about me as form, as an avatar, and that I get to not be impartial. That God must sustain and exist and be. And that I get to be whatever I want to be because God thinks of me. That I get to take the piece of me that is God and step into my fullness with likes and dislikes, with preferences, with judgment, with hopes, sometimes with fears, with truths and illusions, with agency. Because all of us are miracles walking. The odds of any of us getting here are infinitesimal, if that's how you say that. How many, to get biological, how many sperm did you beat out just to get to that egg and be here? I don't even think that you can put it into a statistical probability. Walking miracles, answers to prayer. think in some ways we create these religions to try to get to know ourselves better, but also to try to distance ourselves from ourselves, because what we don't want to be at the end of the day is lonely. It must be beyond words to be the only being in the universe. To be every living and non-living thing, to be nothing and everything. I believe that's why we're here. I believe that's why we have the level of consciousness that we do. And I believe that everything is conscious, even things that we consider to be non-living. I believe electrons choose the nucleuses that they go to form the atoms that they do, to be and exist. But I think on a human level, our ability to articulate such specific ideas, and to think, and to know, and to sense, to understand, to communicate, to have what we consider free will, which is a whole debate in and of itself. But if there is no free will and there's only the illusion of choice, then no wonder we consider this to be a dream. Pretending to be sovereign, but I don't think that that's the whole picture. Because like we discussed before, when you try to put it into words, it's words and reality. There's always going to be a gap between them. It's like we're in the present forever as 3D vessels, but as soon as you think about being in the present, you're actually in the past. Thinking about the past, I should say. Even in the time that it takes your brain to process where you are, what you're doing, what's happening around you. It's the past. It's kind of one of those things, a little paradox, you know. What I love about God is that God is willing to exist as all these things, the good, the bad, the ugly, the living, the non-living, the atoms, the space, the dimensions. And what I think it is it wants to be, and it doesn't want to be alone. So I don't think that it's pretending. I think in the same way that fake it till you make it is something that's successful for us humans, I think it's trying to fake itself into cultivating sovereign individuals who can share in Godhood. To make more universes, to make more forms, more essences, more energies. So that eventually we'll live in a time, or maybe beyond time, we'll live in a form that is no longer pretending to be many forms, but recognizing the inherent connection between all of our forms and honoring our uniqueness and sovereignty, because we truly are all unique individuals. I wonder if that's why we're so harsh on the ego, like it's one of the bigger tests. Trying to find the individuals who detest their own uniqueness, who detest their own identity to the point where they're willing to condemn it. And in this life, which is an opportunity to grow into your own God, to grow into your own sovereign individual, still connected like family? Are you willing to throw that life away in the name of reaching back towards where you came from? The abyss, the nothing, the unity, the one, the whole. Because if you'd rather be a part of that and give up your own identity, then that's the way that you should have it. But if you don't, if you want to have family, community, of entities that have universes that we can all travel to and a common place to be, where yes, we are connected, but we do remain individuals with identities, egos. I'll be there too. I love God for the opportunity. And I think one of the best things I can do for God, for the wholeness, for everything that is and everything that will be and everything that has been, is to have opinions, and to execute agency. Even if none of it's real, even if it's all a facade, an illusion, even if it's all of it just a dream. To participate, to make it feel as real as possible for the part of God that is me, that part that doesn't have to be everything everywhere all at once. Like trees, they're very committed to the bit. Mosquitoes, constantly just trying to get that blood, living for their purpose, committed. And us, we obviously have different tools, different abilities. I think we can learn from all of it in that way. I mean, the road remains the road until it eventually decays and transforms into something else. I think if all of these beings are considered to have less intellectual agency than us, and be so committed to this incarnation, to this form, and the best thing that we can do for ourselves is to be entirely committed to ours. Commitment to my form involves community. It involves art. It involves fighting. It involves storytelling. It involves crafting and destroying and preserving, protecting, taking care of things, philosophizing, speaking and listening. And so many things that I haven't even discovered, that my body has yet to experience. Thank you for sitting with me. doesn't it feel nice to be able to say thank you? Like, I know we're all connected, I know we're all one being, but at the same time, isn't there something so special about seeing me, a different individual than you, talking to you about thoughts that I'm sure you've had and some that I'm sure you haven't, and to be able to comment and express yours, and for me to be grateful for that? I love being able to thank you. So, if everyone's told you, or if nobody has, I just want to let you know that I love you. I'm proud of you. And I trust you to keep being your best self. As always, God bless. One love. Thoth guide. Be new. Or whatever you'd like to be. And I will see you all in the next one.